Hi guys, it's Debbie, and today I would like to share with you some of my thoughts about the upcoming Oscar ceremony, who the possible winners could be, and in general who I would like to see on stage on the 9th of the 26th of February. So I'll be speaking about the possible winners and also who I would hypothetically choose. Remember, this is only my personal opinion. Having the same opinion on films or any other topics would be unrealistic. On the contrary, I would be extremely pleased to hear about your opinions about the Oscars, so make sure to leave a comment here below and let me know. Also check out the description box below if you would prefer a separate and more detailed review of each film. So let's start with one of the most desired awards, Best Picture, so what we usually call Best Film. This year's nominees are Manchester by the Sea, Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Moonlight, La La Land, Fences, Hidden Figures. And concerning the next category, so Best Director, we actually have many creators of mostly the same films. So we have Denis Villeneuve for Arrival, Barry Jenkins for Moonlight, Kenneth Lonergan for Manchester by the Sea, Damien Chazelle for La La Land, Mel Gibson for Hacksaw Ridge. I believe the winner for Best Picture could be La La Land. It has been praised as one of the best films of the year, a masterpiece which brings us back to a golden age of dreams where we can find safety and hope in beauty and art. I personally really enjoyed La La Land. It's a great film, but in my opinion there has been too much hype surrounding its release, and we have tended to forget many other exceptional works of art because of this blockbuster. It's beautiful, entertaining, Emma Stone's performance was quite good, but in my opinion it was extremely limited just to its visual beauty. It doesn't leave us with enough material, a strong storyline. Are we attracted to the film just because of the concept of enchanting illusion it conveys? It's so light and bright and beautiful and upbeat that we tend to forget many flaws and ignore many other exceptional films. As a matter of fact, if I were at the Academy, I would pick Moonlight for Best Picture and Kenneth Lonergan, director of Manchester by the Sea, as Best Director. Moonlight is an absolute masterpiece. It's visually stunning, it's deep, it conveys all a series of emotions through a very clever use of colour and raises a series of questions concerning upbringing and the influence of environment. And with Manchester by the Sea, Kenneth Lonergan beautifully created one of the most simple films included in the list of nominees, presenting a realistic story of a man distraught by the death of his brother and the consequences it implies while struggling with his own personal past. The whole film is very down to earth, doesn't include any overused cliches, and describes realistic situations in an extremely natural manner, conveying deepness through simplicity. I also think Moonlight could be the winner for Best Adapted Screenplay from In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue by Tarell Alvin McCraney, and I think that Manchester by the Sea instead could be the winner for Best Original Screenplay. Still speaking of Manchester by the Sea, I believe and hope that the winner for Best Actor will be Casey Affleck for his portrayal of Lee Chandler in this film. He is totally natural throughout all his portrayal and beautifully and tragically portrays grief and a particular way of tackling trauma. Affleck will be competing against Ryan Gosling for his portrayal of Sebastian in La La Land, Andrew Garfield for his role as Desmond Doss in Hacksaw Ridge, Denzel Washington for his role in Fences, and Viggo Mortensen, which starred in Captain Fantastic. Now let's take a look at some of the female stars. We have Isabelle Huppert for her role in Elle competing against Ruth Negga, which portrayed Mildred Loving in Loving, Emma Stone for her role in La La Land, Natalie Portman as Jacqueline Kennedy in Jackie, and a record-breaking Meryl Streep with her 20th Oscar nomination for Florence Foster Jenkins. Just like Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea, here I also believe and hope that the winner for Best Actress will be Natalie Portman for her portrayal of Jacqueline Kennedy in the biographical film Jackie. Portman delivers an exceptional portrayal of a woman which is in despair because of the death of her husband, but which can't even make a simple decision or have a private moment to elaborate her own grief and her feelings because she is constantly under scrutiny. She always has to keep in consideration the fact that the whole world is watching her every move. Natalie Portman shows Jacqueline Kennedy as a normal woman with her daily struggles, especially after such a tragic event, the necessary decisions which have have to be made, all the thoughts and questions that pass through her mind, and all the contrasting emotions that such events trigger. I definitely think that the Academy will choose her for Best Actress, and I would be extremely pleased with this choice. But I am also slightly upset for another reason. Where is Amy Adams? Amy Adams portrayed Louise Banks, the main protagonist of Arrival, and although I accept and understand that she would never have beaten Natalie Portman's portrayal of Jackie, I still would have included her in the list of nominees because she did an exceptionally good work. I maybe would have included her instead of Ruth Negga for Loving. I also think Jackie with Madeleine Fontaine could possibly win Best Costume Design, beating Allied, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Florence Foster Jenkins and La La Land. Then we have all the supporting actors, Dev Patel for his portrayal of Saru in Lion, Lucas Hedges for his portrayal of Patrick in Manchester by the Sea, Mahershala Ali as Juan in Moonlight, Jeff Bridges for his role in Hell or High Water, and Michael Shannon for his role in Nocturnal Animals. My hopes here would go for Lucas Hedges for his role in Manchester by the Sea, because although Casey Affleck was the absolute star, Lee and Patrick completed one another in the film. They were two opposite forces which relied on one another to convey the general beauty of the film. I'm not sure what the results could be, who the Academy could choose. I have a feel for Dev Patel for his portrayal of Saru in Lion, because although he appeared only in the second half of the film, his portrayal was pretty impressive, but we'll have to wait a couple of weeks for the final results. Now, speaking instead of supporting actresses, the competitors are Michelle Williams for her portrayal of Randy in Manchester by the Sea, Naomi Harris, which portrayed Paula in Moonlight, Octavia Spencer as Dorothy in Hidden Figures, Nicole Kidman as Sue in Lion, Viola Davis for her role in Fences. I think the winner will be Michelle Williams. She has been praised for her natural acting and her portrayal of a woman suffering for years because of a dark past. I found Michelle Williams acting very good, especially in the final scene, but I also think that Naomi Harris with her portrayal of Paula in Moonlight could also be an excellent choice. She perfectly portrayed a mother which should be a loving character, but which in reality is guilty of shaping her already bullied son into a bottle of hate and isolation. Now, moving on to Best Original Score, this is a pretty hard choice, but I think that La La Land would probably beat all the other competitors, and it has also been nominated twice for Best Original Song, so City of Stars and Audition the Fools Who Dream. I believe City of Stars is a highly probable winner. Then for Best Cinematography and Best Editing, I think that for both categories the winners will probably be La La Land and Moonlight, and I will be pleased if either film is called out on the night of the 26th of February. The other competitors for Best Cinematography are Arrival, Lion and Silence, while for editing, Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge and Hell or High Water. I know I didn't cover all of the categories, but don't worry, after the ceremony I will upload another video in which I will try to cover as many winners possible. In the meanwhile, let me know with a comment here below who you think will be called on stage, and make sure to subscribe for many more videos. See you soon, bye!